Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. We're going to be doing some more Crimson Harvest sites. I think even this is the last one actually, because the event is going to end, I think it's on the 10th of November, downtime. I'm filming this on the 8th of November, so I think it's not a whole lot of time left, but I wanted to do at least one last one of these, or at least one last one of these that I post to YouTube. And that is because I'm testing out a new type of fit with my Rattlesnake. Well, I mean, it's essentially the same fit, but I've modified it slightly yet again. So if we go on the fit right here, and go here, and we see here, look at that DPS, 1.6k DPS. It's got some amazing DPS right here. I decided to just try going with a full DPS Rattlesnake. So I'm just all the lows dedicated to DPS because we tank so good. So I was thinking we could maybe try to go with the full DPS style. I think we'll be able to pull through because I never have any issues with tank. The only issue with this is that because of this, I cannot put one of these armor repairs here in the top. And I like that armor repair. It was nice to be able to use that armor repair to repair your drones, but thankfully a very nice guy called Invalid User, he gave me this Gecko right here to use in these sites. And this Gecko is a super drone, you could say. So it's kind of like a heavy drone, but even heavier. So it has so much HP. Look at this. Look at the shield HP 6,000, and look at the structure HP 11,000. It's going to be very hard to lose. This is like cruiser level HP we're talking right here. This is even more than many cruisers actually when it comes to the EHP right here. Unless they're like buffer fit. This is really overpowered, really overpowered, just like the Guristas always are. They're always so overpowered. This is a Gurista's drone, but it's very expensive, so that's the main thing with it. It costs 100 mil, and he was so nice to gift it to me. Okay, so we've got a Crimson Gauntlet over here, and there's a Rattlesnake. Now I think we'll be able to contest this very easily because we've got so much DPS right here. Let's go and get to this. So the Gecko is unique in that I told you that it's got a really good tank. So probably we're going to not have to really recall it, even though we've not got the armor repair. Also, the thing is, when it comes to the Gecko, it's got a bit of a statistic that's a bit different, or a quality that's a bit different from the other heavy drones, is that it's got actually quite good tracking. If we go here, show info, and then we can go here, scroll down a little bit. What is it now? Turret tracking, there. 0.85 turret tracking right here. Then if we go into our typical, okay, I don't have my Praetors here, I've got Ogres here actually. If we go into turret tracking here, you see this 0.54, and I think it's even better than the Berserkers as well. Let's see now, where's the Berserkers? Turret tracking is 0. Okay, so it's just about the same as these Berserkers, but the Ogres is a lot worse than it. The reason I've got Ogres here is because when it comes to the bosses, I've noticed they tend to have low EM thermal resistance, so it's actually better that I use the Ogres. But the Gecko should do very well when it comes to actually the normal NPCs, because it has really good tank, so it should be able to survive very well. So I'll not use the Ogres when it comes to the normal NPCs. I wonder if someone else has been here, because or someone's already taken the site, because it doesn't look so promising with all these wrecks all over the place. There is that one Rattlesnake that was close to us, but he didn't go all the way here. There's a there's a cargo container here. Probably, very likely, they snatched the wreck right under us. They probably used some kind of like shortcut thing or something. But we'll have to then go and look for another site. Let's just wait here a little bit. The thing is, with the Gecko also, it does all damage types, so it does omni damage. If we scroll down here, you can see all damage types. So that's not very favorable when it comes to these sites where particular NPCs have a very low resistance of one type, but it's got quite high DPS. It's got just a tiny bit less than the Ogres. If we go here on our fitting, if we go and simulate, and then we'll go into the drones here, you can see here, one Gecko, because the Gecko uses 50 bandwidth, that's why I'm only using one of them. So we have 1.6k 66 DPS, and then if we do two Ogres, 1.67. So it's a tiny bit better to use the Ogres, but the Ogres have very little tank compared to the Gecko, so it'll be a lot better in that way. Also a lot better tracking as well. So we're going to use the Gecko for the normal, or at least test out the Gecko for the normal NPCs, and then use the Ogres when it comes to the boss. Okay, so in Vaster there seems to be some kind of stuff going on over here. You can see a shining flame base. Okay, there's not. Otherwise, there's not so much stuff going on in these other adjacent systems. But I really like the way that this Gecko, it matches the Garistas. Like, it's got this camo. It looks a lot like it's a Garista's drone. It's just fun. Also, it happens to it's like the same model as this Dragonfly Fighter. So if we go here, Dragonfly Fighter. If we go here, this is a fighter that can be used by carriers. You could say it's like a super heavy drone, but the point is that these can't be really flown by normal ships. There's only capital ships like carriers usually that are able to fly. And you can see here they're intended to be piloted by like real people, so you can see that there's actually a person in there. You see that? But this is actually, the Gecko is meant to be a drone, but it's still got a person in there, so I'm guessing it's an android or robot of some sort. Otherwise, just CCP was a little bit lazy when it comes to the modeling right here. But I think the lore behind the Gecko is that they've basically, the Garistas, they've refurbished one of the fighters to work like a drone. So that's why it's like really powerful, but it's like working like an actual drone. So, you know, it is a super drone whose structure bears some similarity to heavy drones, but function is far deadlier. Yeah, definitely. Gecko. I really like the... I think it looks so cool. I just wish they weren't that expensive. One of these drones, 100 million. So if I just like forget one of these, I just warp off, then it's not going to be so happy right there. Oh, 2 rattlesnakes. Oh no, that's not a good sign. Let's see what is in here. Go to this active acceleration gate, MWD in. Not only is it a bit annoying to have other rattlesnakes because they have the potential of out DPSing us, though probably we will out DPS them, but also that these rattlesnakes could very well be in the same corp. Their DPS is going to be counted together, and then they'll be able to get the loot. And it's basically, they don't even need to have any DPS modules, they'll still out DPS me, because 2 rattlesnakes without any DPS is still going to out DPS me, unless they've really got really crap skills. You see here, no damage modules, 1k DPS already. Yeah, probably this high is already done now. You see here the second room already done. Let's just check this one out. Maybe we can just swoop it under their nose. Oh no, now one of the rattlesnakes has gone away. That probably means that they've already taken the boss now. Ah, sucks. Let's go on the agency, look for other ones. Nothing nearby. Let's make a route to adjacent systems. Yeah, Commander, there we go. Okay. Let's go here, this little route right here to Ikao. Let's see if we find anything on the way there. Okay, so there's one here in Hutaken, Crimson Gauntlet. Let's see how long it takes for other people to come and get it. Okay, so now we've come to one of these Crimson Gauntlet sites, and it seems like the only person here is a Legion, so that shouldn't be any issue contesting. But again, hopefully it's not already done. That's going to be really annoying. It's again another site that's basically already done. Let's go here. That's why it's good to have the MWD. You know, some of you guys have told me to get the Afterburner, and I understand it helps a lot with the fitting. Also, you know, a lot less capacitor penalties. But when it comes to these kind of quick things where you need to go and get the boss quickly, the MWD really helps. The speed increase on the Afterburner, when it comes to the Rattlesnake, is so tiny. You go like 300 meters per second. That feels like how fast one ought to go without any prop mod whatsoever. But when we use this MWD, we get to 800 meters a second. So somewhat okay, but it still feels pretty slow actually, because many Afterburner frigates go a lot faster than that. Okay, yes, so probably we'll be able to out contest this guy, because it seems to be, you know, we're not in the last wave, unless some other guy comes in and they grab the shortcut. Then I don't think we'll have much issue. No, let's do Gecko time. Gecko time, let's go. Now I wonder how this is Gecko time. Look at this Gecko, it's so cool. Oh, you see that? Poof, do you see those big shots right there? Oh, this Gecko has no chill right here. He's going crazy. This one almost went like just instantly blamped that battleship. Let's go and get the acceleration gate, start aligning. You know, it'd be really fun if I just jump out without grabbing the Gecko and then leave it there and he just picks it up. That was so stupid. Okay, now we've got the Gecko, MWD. Shouldn't be any issue contesting this, but if I do lose, then I am a really big scrub, to be honest. Really big scrub, because I do not think a Legion has any way to get as much DPS as I have. Unless they're using maybe extremely blinked modules, like maybe polarized guns, maybe, perhaps. But I'm not a big fan of the T3Ds or the T3 cruisers because I don't like it how you lose skill points when you die in them. And I mean, obviously for high sec activities, I don't die a whole lot, but I still don't like the just feeling that, oh, I train up all these skill points and then I lose them. I like the skill points are like kind of thing, the static, you know, you lose ships, you know, ships don't last forever, but at least your skill points last forever. But when it comes to the T3 cruisers, the ships don't last forever. They do go away. That's something that I feel is a bit sad. Okay, Gecko time. Let's go. Heavy missiles on these cruisers, drones on the small stuff. Tank doesn't seem to be any issue. Well, there's not so many enemies on grid though, so it's hard to say. Okay, Gecko, come on. Don't be so slow. I think maybe it's a little bit slow. Ooh, did you see that one-shot that guy? Actually, no, I didn't one-shot. That was the Legion. Stupid. Yeah, but it almost one-shot that guy right there. Okay, let's use the Grappler on this guy. The Grappler is a little bit too far to be that effective, but on this guy it's going to be very effective, so we can actually just start activating the Grappler on him. The Grappler has kind of like an unlimited range, but it's only effective out of like 16 something kilometers. It actually makes a difference. If you use it more range than that, it basically like reduces the speed by like 1%. It's not really, doesn't really do anything significant. Taking a tiny bit of damage here to the Gecko, but the shields are so huge on this thing that it doesn't really care. Okay, so our Gecko is missing a bit. It's a bit annoying right there. See here? Oh, there we go. One shot. Half the HP is already gone. Let's reload these missiles. Now we're going to save the missiles for the boss. I wonder how much DPS we actually do if we overheat it with the ogres. Let's see now. Ogres, yeah, ogres selected. Okay. Then we overheat this. 1.8k DPS. Oh my god, that's crazy. Okay, let's go for these frigates first. These frigates. Gonna take these guys out. Okay, it takes a bit of time to lock up those frigates. So. Okay, now I can switch to the... Actually, you know what? That Legion can take out the frigates. I'm such a douche just using him. But he seems to be applying pretty well to those frigates. I saw that one shot he did before. That was pretty impressive from him right there. This cruiser just going down so fast. Let's preheat these heavy missiles so that we have them ready to go when the boss comes in. 1.8k DPS. Oof. That's so nice. Just seeing those numbers right there. Oof. Great. Come on, Gecko, please hit. You've got a Grappler and Target Painter on you. Should be able to hit these guys. There we go. Dead. You know what, I'm going to have the drones go on the stuff that's close so I'm able to recall them very fast when the boss spawns in. And to be honest, I think the boss is going to respawn any second now. We're just going to have these drones be quite close. You see this guy is only 9 kilometers away from me, so I'll be able to deploy the ogres almost straight away. Gecko time. Let's take a screenshot of this Gecko. Or maybe the boss is going to spawn in now. Let's recall this Gecko. There we go. Harvest over here. Let's get him. DPS. Everything on him. Overheated heavy missiles. Ogres. Let's do this. Oh, this is going to go so fast. Look, his smallest resistance is actually the thermal. Actually, I didn't know that. I thought it was the EM, but actually it's the thermal. 47%. There we go. Yeah, that was pretty easy contesting right there. It was not too hard. Come on, grab the loot. And we got 26 mil right there, and we got also some yellow Crimson Harvest. Crimson Harvest clothes. Can't really see right there, but it's a Crimson Harvest jacket. Okay. So there we go. Going the full DPS Rattlesnake. We almost burnt out our missiles actually, but that was some nice DPS right there. And it says 100% damage for some reason. Maybe some of the guns were completely damaged. Oh, that was a lot of damage right there. But it went really well. I feel sorry for that Legion actually. He did a bit of the sight and then I just came there and swoop it. But That's EVE Online for you, the bigger fish. There are bigger fish in the sea. Okay, so 1.8k DPS with that overheated heavy missiles and Ogre. Oof, that's so high DPS. I've never really bothered going that high on a Rattlesnake anymore. It's just with this event, it really calls for some desperate measures with the DPS. Hope you guys enjoyed this video right here, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.